Good morning, Market Snipers. This is Jesse, 9 a.m. sharp as usual. Here we go, rock and roll. If you're new to the channel, awesome, welcome. The first 15, 30 minutes, we're gonna jump right in the charts and go as fast as possible and knock out a bunch of them. There's a lot of them I want to take a look at. In the second half of the stream, just make sure to comment if you want me to answer any questions and or chart any of your requests, right? Whether that's crypto, stocks, Forex, whatever. Just let me know and what your game plan is on each and every one. So let's dive right in. This is near, right? This is near, just taking off to the upside, up 24% today. Crazy, wild animal, right? Crazy, wild animal for near. So just quick recap. There's a buy signal back here at right around $1.05, right? Right around $1.05. And that's where I got in. And then I added to the position back here. And now there hasn't been a sell signal yet, right? There hasn't been a sell signal. There's been a couple corrections, very short-term corrections, build up momentum for the next move up. Almost 21% correction there, right? And then if you look back here from wick to wick, about another 21%. So 21%, 21% starts to find support, creates a big wick, regains the trending dots, and then blasts off to the upside, right? So that is near another wild animal. We've been looking at Bitcoin miners, still watching those. Some of these crypto assets, they're still pumping, and they have a lot of them have room to go, right? We're gonna cover Bitcoin, we're gonna cover crypto, and we're gonna cover stocks as well. So we'll jump into it all. But what I want to do today is I want to look more at the weekly charts, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of comments out there. It seems like a lot of people are jumping in and jumping out, and maybe they're not used to like swing trading, right? You could jump in and jump out of these, but here are the cautions, right? If you're not dialed in to be a swing trader and possibly even on the lower time frames, you're probably going to do worse than you would if you just looked at the weekly chart and held it based off the weekly chart, right? And here's why. Because if you jump in and jump out and you're not used to it, you're going to jump out probably down here, and then you're going to get buy back in higher up here. And not only that, you're going to pay fees and you're going to have slippage, right? If you do like a market order, you're going to have slippage and you probably end up losing. You probably won't be doing as good as if you just stayed in it. So we're going to look at the weekly chart more often because a lot of people are investors. Maybe they're newer or whatever. And I think a lot of you would do better with the weekly chart, and especially some of these wild animals. You probably have to be on like the 4-hour chart, right? And a lot of people aren't going to be ready for the 4-hour chart wildness of some of these crypto assets, right? So, we'll take a look at daily chart. We'll look at lower time frames as well. But for purposes of like when things are pumping, I think a lot of people miss that when I talk about the weekly chart being ultra bullish. That is the overall general idea of the direction where price is going. Of course, there's going to be pullbacks along the way. I talk about it often, right? 20%, 30%, probably even 40% pullbacks along the way, right? So you have to expect that even in a bull run. And I'm not shorting, right? I'm not shorting. I've been talking about it. I'm not shorting. The time was end of 2021. The time to short was 2022. I was shorting the bounces. In 2023, I kept telling everyone in the Discord, blah, blah, blah. I'm still shorting bounces on certain assets, but I was less confident. I was less confident in shorting the second half of 2022. I talked about that a lot because I was more confident at shorting the tops in the middle of a move in the bear market, less confident at shorting the bottoms, right? And then 2023 became buy the dip season. So the weekly chart flipped around bullish on Bitcoin. Took some time for Bitcoin miners to flip around. Took some time for some of the crypto assets to flip around. But now, if you look at the weekly chart, it is becoming ultra bullish, for example, on near, right? So if you kind of zoom out here and you look at near, I think a lot of people would do better, especially if you're newer, if you just paid attention to the weekly chart, right? So obviously none of this is financial advice. It's for educational purposes only and hopefully a little bit entertaining. But for example, even though I got in $1.05 based off of the daily chart, if you still got in at the weekly chart buy signal at $1.60, you would still be holding right now, right? There's plenty of factors, right? The trending dots are still curling up. If you draw a trend line, right? Draw out a trend line on near and extend it out, it's still an upward move. It was such a downward move, right? Look at all that. That's a huge downward move all the way down. It went through a bottoming phase. It went through this bottoming phase since June 2022. It went through this correction since the top up here, January 2022, right? So it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So do you want to jump in and out based off the 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart? You're probably going to not make as much money as if you were just holding from, say, the weekly chart buy signal until there's like a sell signal on the weekly chart. It would still be up 85%. And so you have to take a look in the mirror. Can you handle swing trading on a daily chart? Can you handle swing trading on a 4 hour chart? Can you handle swing trading on a 1 hour chart? I just think you got to take a look in the mirror and find out what you might be good at this current moment. Doesn't mean you can't get good enough in the future, right? But you have to be able to crawl before you ball is what some of the rappers say out there. Crawl before you ball, right? You got to be able to crawl before you walk, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But for example, 85% for near, right? If you go to Bitcoin weekly chart, we are calling this out not only on the Twitter X app, but in the Discord. Very, very detailed in the Discord. Bullish divergence. We were talking about it. People were talking about shorting it. I was like, I don't know. I'm less confident that it's going to go lower. Could it go lower? Yes. That's what I was talking about back here in Bitcoin. Just a recap. There's bullish divergence, right? And it just went through a massive correction. We shorted these bounces. I was shorting it on Ethereum, but we were shorting bounces back here and we rode it down, right? And then there's bullish divergence. So I start to get less confident at shorting those bounces. We're talking about it. People are loading up shorts. And I'm like, I don't know. Yes, could it go to 10,000? Yes, it's possible it could go to 10,000. But I'm seeing bullish divergence, And then we're seeing relative strength come back into the market. And then I pulled the trigger on January 3rd with the leveraged long position based off the daily chart. And we're calling it out. It's pinned on my Twitter X app, right? Calling it out. Buy signal on the weekly chart. So again, buy signal on the weekly chart. If you just held that and then you sold based off of the weekly chart, that's a 25% gain, right? It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's a 25% gain. And you have to take a hard look in the mirror that, hey, would I have done better if I just did the weekly chart? And then you come back over here from that 25% gain, right? And I personally don't believe the indicator's not enough for me personally, right? We have a whole strategy. The indicator is built off a strategy. So it's not enough for me, but I'm just saying some people, some traders, investors probably just do better. And then since that last buy signal, if you're still holding, right, it's up another 56%. So in 2023, you could have had potentially 25% gain based off the weekly chart, and you could be up another 56%. So for example, if you just took $1,000, then you're up to 12, you added $250, so you're up $1,250, right? $1,250, another 50%. You're going to be up almost, 75%. You're going to be up almost $1,000 for $2,000 just for simple math, right? So you just have to decide what's best for you and what you can do. And this whole entire time, I don't believe this is the full bull run. Typically, it happens right before the halving, the last buy signal before the halving. It could be, right? We played it way back down here. We've been adding to positions along the way, right? And so you just have to kind of come up with a game plan. This could be the preseason for the full bull run, which would be the regular season, right? And if we get another bigger correction before the halving, say January or February, or once an ETF is approved and it spikes up and then comes back down, right? That will be your last. So make sure to come up with your strategy, come up with your plan of what the full bull run is going to be. It's going to be based off the 1 week chart, right? It's going to be based off of the 3-day chart. A lot of people like the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart looks great as well. So you'd have a buy signal, but then it's a sell signal. Then you have a buy signal. So it's possible the 3-day chart doesn't even look as good as the weekly chart, right? Because you're in and out more often. So you just have to decide what it's going to be and then stick to those results, whatever it turns out to be, right? 2-day chart, et cetera, et cetera. But the weekly chart is probably going to outperform most influencers out there. The weekly chart is probably going to outperform most experts out there because they're going to be on too low of time frames. They're going to be jumping in and out. And another thing with crypto doesn't sleep, right? When I was swing trading Bitcoin with 10x leverage hard in 2021 to the upside, I slept with one eye open, right? This is a long rant, long, but I think it's going to be important to kind of know to figure this out. So, I slept with one eye open, right? Because if you're in and out and you're using 10x leverage, you have to, I was probably sleeping like a lot of the times, like 3 hours, 4 hours, because I wanted to maximize swing trading with 10x leverage, right? So that's what you have to be prepared to do. I was prepared to do it. That was my plan. That's what I was going to do. And I was able to quit my 17-year career of mortgage and real estate, right? But that was the cost. The cost was I had to sleep with one eye open. So you have to be dedicated if you're going to be trading crypto and you're going to be swing trading on the lower time frames, right? You have to obsess over the charts. You have to execute your plan. And so that's a long-winded rant. But I think overall, most people would do better based off of the weekly chart. So with that, let me know if you guys have any questions. Let's jump in the comments real quick, and then we're going to get into all the targets. We're going to do updates, all that stuff. Rick's Moneymakers Hilton. Wow, some nice Santa pumps going on. We have been patiently waiting. Now we take it level by level. Thanks, Jesse Marcus Cybers. You got it. Welcome back, Rick's Moneymakers Hilton. Javier, what's up? I don't feel confident at all in the Santa Rally, but I take it and ride. Okay, awesome. Yes, I know what you mean. We just have to be cautious. Alert going. By the way, this is going on before the live stream. So Rick's Moneymakers Hilton, Javier, we're here early. You can see Rick was here at 8:26 a.m., 34 minutes before. Javier was 10 minutes early, and they're having this conversation going back. Awesome. Love to see it. If you're not early, you're late. I keep thinking that rally 48 makes sense. Yep. We still have that target up there at 48,500. That correction before the halving. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that plays out or not. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Doc, hello from Germany. Good morning, Olson. Could we look at BABA stock? Sure, we can take a look at it. Bigs up to you, man. Looking forward to your views going parabolic 2024. Be awesome. That would be awesome. Just give the market snipers one more full bull run where it lasts up only for 12 to 18 months. Up only for 12 to 18 months. Buy those dips. And, it's buy the dip season, right? Alejandro, good morning. Welcome back. Smash those likes, everyone. Yes, listen to Rick. He's a very wise man. Thank you, Rick. Mois. Good morning, snipers. Welcome back. Ollie, hi. Lawrence, hi. Good to see everyone. Doc, 150,000 June, 50,000 January, 80K March. Okay. Good morning, J-Dog. What up, Babster Loafman? Good morning, Babster. All right. So we went through all the comments. Bitcoin on the weekly chart is still ultra bullish, right? We've talked about it. We've called it out. And there was 8 consecutive green candles. Then this candle was a red candle. We've got some consolidation, right? Letting the trending dots catch up, letting the moving averages catch up. And it's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart, right? So we still have this longer term target that was put on from way back here, right? Those longer term targets were put on at the bottom, not yesterday, right? So 3 of the 4 longer term targets to the upside have been hit. The fourth one still has not been hit. We didn't put it up yesterday. We put those targets up at the bottom. And it's all documented, right? It's all documented. We did our research on bear markets of Bitcoin going all the way back to 2021, 2020, right? We were prepared for I just dropped my cap again. Why I always do that? Drop my cap again. All right, I'll put it down. I'll put it down. It helps me if I play with the cap. It helps me with the chair. I don't flip back and forth in the chair as much, right? If I'm playing with the cap, just keeps me going, right? Wife makes fun of me all the time. Happy feet, right? Even while I'm watching TV, my feet are going like this. While I'm sleeping, my feet are going like this nonstop, right? So, anyways, here we go. Right? Here we go. Reset. Weekly chart is ultra bullish. We've got this longer term target 4. One thing I want to point out, I think his MicroStrategy I was looking at hit target 4. So let me just take a look at it. It feels like MicroStrategy and or GBTC kind of led the way to the upside, right? Kept hitting the targets before Bitcoin. So let's just take a quick glance at MicroStrategy. We'll come back to Bitcoin and kind of finish my thought there. So MicroStrategy hit 4 out of the 4 targets. So that's something to pay attention to, right? Is MicroStrategy leading the way, right? It has hit 4 out of the 4 targets to the upside. It's still currently ultra bullish to the upside, right? So is that it? It's possible. So we'll keep an eye on MicroStrategy. Does it break through target 4 and then find support and then goes higher and reclaims all-time highs like Doc is calling out, right? I mean, it's possible. I think it's less likely. If you study the cycles in the past, it's come back to this target before, then has a retracement, then right around the halving in April, right? Then this is MicroStrategy, not Bitcoin, but and then right before the halving starts to make its move out, and then that would be what I kind of consider the full bull run, right? So this is kind of like preseason before the halving, and then right before the halving, the full season begins with the full bull run. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's interesting that MicroStrategy has hit the 4th target. GPTC is closing in on the 4th target, right? So is it ahead of Bitcoin, right? Is it ahead of Bitcoin? Is it going to hit the 4th target? It's still ultra bullish. Now, with that, let's go back to Bitcoin. So it's still right around target 3 as of right now. So we got the halving here. It's estimated April 18th, 2024. So we've been talking about this and covering it. These are based off a lower time frame. So let me just kind of clean this up here. We want to show, we'll just clean it up. We'll just clean it up. Hold on. All right. So we're kind of talking about this, even when it came up here, obviously it's been consolidating, come back up like this. This is scenario 1, come back down, possibly put in a higher low, possibly all the way down to this target box area here, find support, and before the halving goes up like that. And that's kind of what I've been talking about as the potential for a full bull run. Where I'd be wrong is if price comes up like this, comes back, flips this into support, and then takes off to the upside, right? So that would be even more bullish case for Bitcoin. So I'm not expecting that, right? I'm not expecting that. It is ultra bullish. So we have to continue to lean towards, since the buy signal and since price went ultra bullish, right? We have to lean towards higher prices. But we're also expecting that at some point it's going to put in a higher low, put in a higher low, put in a higher low, right? At some point it's going to put in a higher low, possibly before the halving, whether it's down here, whether it's a more shallow one up here, kind of consolidates, right? And then before the halving comes out like that. So we'll find out. We'll see what happens. As of right now, it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart, and it's currently do that. Now let's take a deeper dive in the daily chart, right? So you got the daily chart here. So you had these closes up here at 44,200-ish is what I put in the ticker scroller, right? So we're not out of the woods yet because there's still bearish divergence and there could be future bearish divergence, right? So there is bearish divergence that we're keeping an eye on, even while the weekly chart is still bullish, right? Ultra bullish. And the daily chart is still bullish. If you start getting a close up here at 44,200-ish, then the probabilities continue to stack that we're going to go hit this target, right? So we're not, we did have this breakout here and we were calling it out in the 4-hour chart back here. This is why I had that downward trend line. Back here on the 4-hour chart, we called it out in the Discord. And I even posted on the Twitter X app, and I think it showed on the live stream too, that we're watching for a breakout here. It broke out on the 4-hour chart, came back down, broke out again, came back down, and then broke out again, right? So less likely that it's a fake out, but all I'm saying is not out of the woods yet, because if it makes a higher high, obviously we don't wait for that. But if it does close back above here, that is a higher probability that it continues upward, right? So we'll continue to watch it on the lower time frames, but really the weekly chart is still ultra bullish and the daily chart is bullish. So that's what you have to lean towards. That is Bitcoin. Let's move over to Ethereum. Again, had bearish divergence, did have a lower high confirmed, did have a sell signal. The trending dots are trending down, came back up, back tested it. If it finds support at key target 1, that is bullish, right? That's a more shallow retracement. That is bullish. And so you'd want it to regain this trend line, regain the trending dots, and that is a higher probability. And that you could even say that the bearish divergence was cleared out, right? So the bearish divergence would possibly be cleared out, target 1 be hit, and then none of these targets would possibly be hit. So too early to say, but if it does have a pending buy signal and then regains the trending dots and regains this upward trend line, then that's something to pay attention to. And if it does do all that, then you might want to redraw it like that. So, but as of right now, I'm just going to kind of keep it to where it's at. And I don't know where I had it drawn, but that looks good there. Back test there, and it's still trending down. So that's Ethereum. Sand, looking similar to Near, where there was about a 21% retracement, right? 23% retracement, and never had a sell signal, is regaining the trending dots as of right now. Right? So that sand is bullish. Bullish on the daily chart. It's bullish on the weekly chart. And it had a buy signal back here at 44 cents. We called it out. We talked about it. We covered it. And then it consolidated for 3 weeks. And then I was posting it again. It was at 45 cents. I was saying last call for sand. Last call for stand, right? Not financial advice. The train is leaving the station. There was a buy signal of 45 cents, consolidated. It was a gift, right? If you didn't get in back here, it was a gift after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then 45 cents. Now it's back up to 52 cents after hitting 60 cents. It's still super early on sand, right? Hasn't even hit longer term target 1. Look at that move from the all-time high. The all-time high was at $8.50. It's currently at 50 cents, right? Hasn't even had a buy signal since March 2022. So the last time it had a big move like that, July 2021, I don't think we're in the similar season. I think we're more like this type of season back here, right? But you can see these big moves from 6 cents all the way to 90 cents, right? That's a massive move. From 50 cents all the way to over almost $9, $8.50, right? So here we go again. Longer term target 1 up here above $2. So sand, what a potential opportunity it is. Sand is bullish on the weekly chart, is bullish on the daily chart. Now to Near, right? Near had a buy signal at $1.60. It's well documented that I've been talking about that I've been in since $1.05, right? Longer term targets up here is ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. It wasn't, but it's flipped back ultra bullish, right? After 21% correction. Dot, bullish on the daily chart, trying to regain the trending dots, similar to near, similar to sand, right? Was about a 20% correction from wick to wick, about 18%, let's call it. So 18%. If we jump over the weekly chart, there's a buy signal back here at $5.70, right? Had a little bit of a retracement, got ultra bullish, consolidated, and it hasn't even hit longer term target one yet. Longer term target one's up here in about $14 to $16, right? Again, looking back, it was all the way up to $55 at the peak. So $55, you can currently still get it at $7 based off of the weekly chart, still bullish on DOT. Chainlink. We called this out way back here. There's videos on it a couple months ago. We talked about it in the Discord. We talked about it. This was the low. There's a reverse candle. There's a higher low. Buy signal, right? Higher probability breakout. Did a video, right? Under $8, I think it was, or whatever. It was breaking out again there. There's a buy signal here. 2 months later, boom, smash to the upside, right? Hit longer term target one. Regain the 200-week moving average. So longer term target one was hit. Don't need all those check boxes, right? Don't need all those check boxes. So let's kind of clean that up. These are based off the lower time frames with possible retracements to the downside. Let's take off this question mark. Hit target one to the downside. We talked about it yesterday, right? There was a sell signal. There was bearish divergence, right? Hit target one to the downside. And we talked about it. Did it find support at the 200-week moving average? Will it find support at the 200-week moving average? Will it put in a higher low? Will it regain the trending dots? Will it have another buy signal? Too early to say as of right now. Hit longer term target one, retraced, hit shorter term target one to the downside, right? Let's keep going. Solana broke out to the upside, right? Very similar to near. It was breaking out to the upside. It's bullish on the daily chart. It's ultra bullish on the weekly chart, right? It's buy the dip season. If the candle starts with the wick, it typically ends in the opposite direction, right? We talked about this over and over and over again. It's up almost 12% today. What a good time it is to be a market sniper. Sniper in the markets together. Woo! Just got to take a step back. A lot of you, we went through the bear market together, right? We started the Discord end of February 2022. And the entire bear market, I was talking about just learn to swing trade, learn the charts, learn it. There's always going to be another opportunity, right? It was hard saying that when we're in a bear market because a lot of snipers weren't ready to short the bounces yet. And it's much easier to buy the dip, right? You just buy the dip. You just buy the dip, right? And all through 2022, I was saying there will always be new opportunities. And we looked for opportunities to the upside that were not going through shorts, right? Even though I was mostly shorting in 2022, we still looked for opportunities to the upside of buy the dip scenarios that because every chart is going to be different, even though there are similarities, right? So we talked about 2022. We talked about it. We covered it. We talked about it. We talked about it. The reason why I'm saying it so many times is because we talked about it so many times, right? And we kept saying, I kept saying, just give the market snipers one more full bull run, right? One more buy the dip season, and that would be awesome. And thank you if it happens in advance, market makers. Thank you if it happens in advance. Let's keep going. Cardano is still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Matic still bullish on the daily chart. Regained the 200-week moving average. Price is at 78.4 cents, and the moving average is at 78 cents. So you can see here, and then you can see here the weekly is at 78 cents. So it is still bullish on Matic, and it hit 3 shorter term targets to the downside, right? So hit 3 shorter term targets to the downside. may have found support. Looks like it could be regaining the 200-week moving average. The bearish divergence would be cleared. There was that reverse candle, lower high, came down, hit 3 targets to the downside. Now we're going to find out if it puts in a higher puts in a higher low. Mana up 7%, looking very similar to sand, near, dot. You got it, right? Bitfarm. Now onto the Bitcoin miners. Woo, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. We were talking about it. You needed a lot of patience back here. It was testing my patience. I put out messages on the Twitter X app. If you're not following me over there, definitely go follow me over there. We got it over here. This is the main account over here. Got the YouTube, got the free newsletter, got Market Sniper Pro website. Everything else is a fake. Everything else is a scam, right? As far as like impersonators trying to be me. If it doesn't have a blue check mark and if it doesn't have these amount of followers, then they're trying to pretend me to steal your money, right? There's going to be a lot in the full bull run. There's going to be a lot of scams out there. Less is more, right? You want to come out alive. You actually want to level up. Don't think about Lambos. Yeah, you could get a Lambo, but it's very far few between, right? Think about leveling up. If that means going from 10,000 to 50,000 or 10,000, possibly 100,000, you catch lightning in a bottle, or 1,000 to 10,000. Okay. But 1,000 to $1 million, probably not realistic, right? So if you come out, even if you come out 10,000 to 20,000 or 1,000 to 5,000, whatever it is, right? Leveling up. There'll always be additional opportunities in the future. So definitely follow me over there. So this account or the main account or both, right? Follow me over there. Follow me on YouTube. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. And we've got all these videos that we're putting out. We'll probably put out even more as the bull run continues to go on. We've got, we did Chainlink back here. We did crypto. We did Chainlink 2 months ago. We did the AI video, right? Over a month ago. So all those things, go follow me over there if you love charts and you want to see more, right? Of course, you can take a deeper dive and see all the details in the Discord over there. We're looking for bright minds. We're looking for people who want to take their game to the next level, investing or and add value to the community or swing trading, right? So that's what we're doing. We're looking to grow and get better together, right? I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be the greatest of all time. Some people say it. I don't agree yet. It's too early for me to say. I'm still in the middle of trading, right? So Bitfarm, it was testing my patience. That was a long-winded rant. I got off the course. What I was talking about was it even tested my patience. And that's when I knew that either I'm going to get out of my position or I'm going to get stopped out and take a loss, whatever. But it was testing my patience, right? And I posted that. And a lot of people jumped in and jumped out, right? And then it flipped right back around and gapped up with a buy signal and never looked back, right? That's Bitfarm. So ultra bullish on the daily chart, currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Remember, I put out this loading symbol, right? It hit target 1, longer term target 1, HUT, pending buy signal. This is from the daily, this is from the swing trade over here in HUT. That was my options. I've got options on HUT and Hive both. Hive is up 16%. Woo! Got some options playing over there. I've got stock. So I've got people always asking me what my strategy is. I have multiple strategies, right? I have multiple strategies. I've got longer term, try to push the trades based off of like the entries based off of the daily chart, and then try to push it over to the weekly chart with stock and crypto, right? Then I've got shorter term plays where some of my options expire January 12th. Some of my options expire January 19th. So I have shorter term options as well. So I'm all over the place. That's why I don't want to do copy trading, right? It's not a copy trading service, but also I have so many strategies going on that I won't be able to I wouldn't be able to have you copy all of them, right? It's too much. Plus, I'm over on Forex, day trading, all that stuff. I'm all over, right? But this is what I do nonstop, all day, every day, right? So let's drop down to the lower time frame. Just a quick recap. Hut in the Discord. Here, let's bring this over. It might be up. It's probably up about 100% right now. This was from this morning, and it was up 121%. But it's probably about I would guess it's probably up only 100% right now. So posted this in the Discord back here on the 13th, all documented, still there. It seems like the bottom is in based off the short-term 1 hour chart on Hut. Posted that, right? Shortly after on the 14th, there's a buy signal, right? There's a buy signal on the 1 hour chart. Then there's a buy signal on the 4 hour chart on the 14th. And then on the 15th, there is a buy signal on the daily chart. And it's all documented in the Discord. We covered it every step of the way, all the way back from here, right? So, yes, I added to my positions down here. And I've got, so for me, my strategy is a little bit different. I had probably too many options on Hut. I probably had too many options on Hive, right? More than I felt comfortable with. So for each target, right? Not the first target I did not, but this target and this target, I did scale out a little bit of my options, but not my stock on Hut. I'm going to keep my stock, and I'm going to try to push as many options as I can. But I know they whip back and forth, and there's time decay, right? It's not that the charts have changed, but there is time decay. So even if it consolidated for a week or two, then I would probably be giving back gains. So I have scaled out small percentages, but I have scaled out a little bit here. I scaled out a little bit here when price is there on my options, not stock, right? So many different strategies. That's part of it. I'm going to try to, the majority of my options I'm still holding, but I want to lock in profits along the way. I'll probably scale out a little bit more here if it hits this target. If it's never a guarantee, right? For options or stock. So the options, I'll probably scale out a little bit here, maybe scale out a little bit here, depending on the timing of it all, right? If it doesn't hit this target until like next week, then I'll probably be fully out of my options because some of them expired January 12th, right? So time decay is going to be working against me. And at any moment, I might just fully get out of my options, depending on what's happening, because as time goes on, it loses its value, right? So that's why I don't teach options in the trading courses, because many people aren't ready for it, right? I started with options, and it was a lot more difficult, in my opinion, compared to trading Bitcoin with 10x leverage, right? So if you think trading Bitcoin is difficult, and then you think trading Bitcoin with 10x leverage is difficult, trade options, right? Trade options. It'll give you a whole new perspective. So I don't take big swings. I learned my lesson years ago. I would be up 5 digits. I'd be down 5 digits, right? It's just too big of swings. So I don't take big swings with the main trading accounts on options. I will with stock. I will with crypto. I will with leverage. I just won't do it with options, right? So I know some people do. They never show you their losses, though. They don't show you their losses. They only show you your wins. So I know I'm getting off topic here, but there's a buy signal at $10.46 on Hut. Let's just take a look at some of let's check in. Thanks for the rants. That's when you're pouring into us, growing snipers. Yeah, I try to give 100%, give you my full thoughts on it. Off topic. Sorry, Jesse. My Lions are gonna have to get it to you this weekend. No hard feelings. Just 32 years. Hey, if anyone deserves it, Colson, it's Lion fans, right? Lions fans, right? So if you beat us, if most likely you're going to beat us, right? Our offense looks like crap. We don't have Kirk Cousins, right? Which when we had Kirk Cousins, everyone complained about Kirk Cousins. But now that you've got backup quarterbacks, people aren't complaining about Kirk Cousins as much, right? Do I want them to draft quarterback? Yes, I do, but it's never a guarantee either, right? So, anyways, Lions, you deserve it. If you beat the Vikings, if and when you beat us, maybe both games, right? And you win the division, assuming you win the division, I hope you go win the championship. I will be pulling for the Lions. Once the Vikings are out of it, I'm going to be flipping to the Lions because it's in our division and the Lions deserve it. So, off topic, yes. I hope hopefully the Vikings win it all. If they don't, once they're out, I'm gonna be rooting for you, Colson. I'll be rooting for the Lions. Trust me. So, but your defense is not impressive right now. I don't know what's happening with your defense. Shooter, by the way, welcome. Shooter, by the way, longtime sniper. Joaquin, can you look at Inch? Yeah, we'll come back to it. We're at 40 minutes. Is that the first request? Let's just, yeah, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Joaquin, we'll take a look at it. Babster, we are cocoons growing into flying butterflies. Awesome. Babster Loafman, retiring after the next bull run on the exotic island somewhere? No. No, man. No, man. I've got, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to do. I want to be able to take care of the family. I'm not at that level yet. I have a huge family, right? I have a huge family. No one's asked me to take care of them, but I want to make sure everyone is set up. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, right? I have a lot of family, a lot of people I care about. So probably not after this next bull run, right? Probably not. And there's a lot of people out there that with inflation that happened, or wages aren't keeping up, or $1 trillion in debt. I think there's a lot of people that we can still help as snipers out there. So we'll start with the small community, and we'll continue to try to help people, whether on the Twitter X app, YouTube, whatever. At least committed through 2024 for sure, possibly 2025, and then we'll see after that. I don't like to make 5 to 10 year plans, but I definitely want to help people. I want to give back and get into all that. So yeah, Lambos are overrated. Financial independence. The other thing about that is we have, like, my wife's best friend that was in a wedding. She was fiancéed and has a child, and with the guy who is killing it, in his 30s, had the Lambo, fulfilled the childhood dream, had the business, had the Instagram, had all that stuff. He's giving it all back, right? He's giving it all back. So you make fast money, you lose fast money, right? That's when you'll learn the hard way. I learned in my 20s, right? He's learning in his 30s that you make fast money, you lose fast money, right? So steady, continue to level up and diversify, right? So we don't want making fast money is fun, right? But then typically you're going to lose fast money, right? So I don't know, we have a whole different mindset. I'm glad I went through to my 20s compared to going, like, if I went through to my 40s again, that'd be devastating, right? So yeah, we got other things that interest us. Lambos interest us probably back in the 20s. I had real estate. I even had apartment. I even had boats, right? I was living it up, right, in my 20s, and doing fix and flips, all that stuff. Babster, so you basically buy calls at the price, targets, options. Like I said, Babster, I don't teach options. I'm not going to teach options. I have no desire in teaching options because uh, there's so many strategies you could go down a rabbit hole of how to buy and sell options. There's so many different strategies within strategies. I'm not going to go through all that. I don't teach any of that in the recorded coaching, none whatsoever. It's just, could you chart Naka? Yep, could look at it. It was on my sniper, but I cleaned up a lot of charts. I had too many. I couldn't scroll through them all. So a lot of them that you guys requested, I removed them, but Naka was one of them. I remember. Do you like cross or isolated more? Oh, on leverage, isolated. Why option is more difficult, sir? Time decay. You have to pick. There's more manipulation, right? Markets are manipulated by the big players. You just have to know that. You have to understand that. It's more manipulated because, for example, if you take a leverage position on crypto or Forex, you could hold it, right? You could hold it until the chart works out. If you hold it and they keep a price suppressed to the downside or to the upside, and you're on the other side of it, they can hold it until your option expires. And every day that it's not working out in your favor, you're losing money. You're losing money every single day. The chart's not in your favor. So, time decay. That's why. Good morning, Semper Queens. G Rod, welcome back. What are your thoughts on candlesticks? Any favorites? I mean, I know them, right? But I probably really look at like big wicks. If there's a huge wick, right? If there's a engulfing candle, probably stuff like that. But other than that, it's like I don't take, you know, you can have an engulfing candle and price just reverses right back around. So it's not enough. They're just kind of like, hey, things to pay attention to. Let's see. Baba. What else? What did I miss? I think that's it. Let's get back in the charts. We'll circle back and we'll do the requests. We're at 46 minutes. I wasn't planning on flipping the hat backwards, so let's keep going. Hive. What a move Hive is making. Woo! The options are paying me right now. Unrealized gains. I haven't closed my Hive options. A little bit different. I didn't close out the Hive yet. Up 19%. If it hits this target, I might close out a couple. We'll see, but it's pumping hard right now. And the reason why I was closing out some of the HUT is because there was a shorter expiration date, right? So Hive, I have a little bit longer expiration dates. I paid a little bit more money for a longer expiration. And so I haven't closed not one option contract yet on Hive. Woo, woo, woo. So we'll see. We will see over there. You could throw $1,000 lunch money in Hive, and it flips into $5,000 to $10,000 in a couple weeks, right? So it is still fun, right? It is still fun. That's why I still do it. But with lunch money, I'm not putting in 10,000. I'm not putting in $50,000. Like I may have in the past, right? So years ago, right? But I'll throw $1,000 on it, right? And then try to flip that to $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. A move up to something like that. I can't remember. I looked at it before I took the trade. Because you got to map all that out in advance. Whether it's a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio, right? So that's probably like a $5,000 move, probably. I can't remember. I'd have to look at it. Or maybe this is like a 5-to-1. Let's see. Yes. I can't remember now. It's not exactly just from like you have to look. They have a tool on the broker. It helps you with all that. CLSK, ultra bullish still. What a move it was back here. Buying stocks back here below $4. 380, right? CLSK, right? Even had some options, which I ended up taking profits on because they're shorter term expirations. Marathon Digital, the F word, right? Fire. No, not the other F word, not the bad F word. Fire, right? Fire. Oh man. Marathon Digital, right? Buy signal back here below $9. Woo! Yep. Oh, there we are. I'd really love if you would consider doing a short 2 to 3 hour intro to options course. Oh no way. I would charge thousands. The problem is Babster. Like for example, recorded coaching. there's a discussion recorded coaching channel, and you know how many questions I would get? No way. I'd be exhausted because if I do it, I have to go all in. And if I go all in, it's going to be so time consuming. That's why I stopped live coaching, right? I recorded all the live coaching sessions, but I wasn't charging enough because, you know, I didn't know where I was going to go with like the direction. I had the outline, but I didn't have it all scripted. We went through it, and no way. It would be tens of thousands of dollars. There's no way I'm going to do that. No way. You're crazy. If you want for free, I think it's free. If you go to tastyworks.com, Tastyworks has a lot of information about options. You'll see, like, you'll go down the rabbit hole. It's too much. There's no way I'm going to do that. No way. I'm not doing it. But I understand. I don't think you do. I don't think you understand. Joaquin, Inch. Okay, we'll come back. What kind of music keeps you in the zone? I'm not listening like the when I'm running, it's more like if I run, then I'm listening to like more upbeat music, more upbeat, like maybe like I don't know what you call it, like I don't know, more upbeat, right? Not as many words, and but not while I work, right? I'm not good at like multitasking, right? If the music's on and too loud, it distracts me. I'm like dialed in on the charts, obsessing over them in silence, right? In silence, right? So I was thinking father when you said the F word. Fire. Okay. Uh I pay $800. Oh my god. I can make that in an hour or two trading Forex, day trading. Oh my god. I can make $6,000 in day trading. $800. You want me to spend 2 to 3 hours recording and all that stuff, and then like answering questions and like all that stuff? No way. 800. You have to pay like 80,000. 8,000. 80,000. No. Nope. Not even close. Not even close, Babster. My time is valuable. My time is value. No way. $800? Oh my god, my options contracts make more than that. That's not even that's with lunch money. That's not even close. What? No way. You're not even in the same ballpark. Thank you though. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because $800 to $1,200 is probably a lot for a lot of people, right? A lot of Americans probably don't even have $400 in their savings account. I think I read a statistic on that. It's like 60% don't even have savings or have, you know, they live paycheck to paycheck. So, but $800 to $1,200, I appreciate the gesture, but no, it's not worth my time. So sorry. What is worth my time is making $9 on these YouTube. I'm monetized on YouTube and I've made $9. So, anyways, Riot ultra bullish on the daily chart, right? Weekly chart. Let's zoom out here. It is bullish on the weekly chart. Has already hit longer term target one. No, longer term target one. No, I don't know. Maybe I took off target four. I don't know. Maybe I have to put target four back on. But it's already hit this longer term target, hit these shorter term targets, right? Hit it once before. So it's trending up. It's going to come back into this target possibly, and then Riot possibly up in the next target, and the next target after that. NASDAQ's kind of flat, right? We drew this out. There's not much to report on it. It's still ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's still upward trend, right? Trend is your friend till the end. Trending dots is up. We're not picking tops here, right? We're not picking tops. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. I think it was ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It is, yep. And it's just upward trend, right? Upward trend. Let's see. 10-year yield. Is it finding bottom? I don't know. It's oversold on these rates, right? 3.9% oversold, but it's still ultra bearish. Will it find support at this key target 4? We don't know yet. We don't know if it will. It looks like it possibly could be finding support, but it's still ultra bearish right now on the 10-year yield. VIX, could it be finding support way down here? Possible, but it could remain down there. Dollar, will it find support at this fourth target? Possibly. If not, right, it's still bearish on the daily chart. Then possibly come back down and retest the 200-week moving average. Possibly hit this longer fourth target down here. But it never hit this fourth target here. Never hit this fourth target here. It did hit this fourth target here. Possibly could be finding support here. Maybe bounce back up in the trending dots. We will see. That is the dollar. What else? Let's take a look at gold. Kind of flat the last 4 or 5 days, right? Kind of flat. Still bullish on the daily chart. Weekly chart is still bullish overall, right? Just kind of consolidating, letting the trending dots kind of catch up over there. Silver probably looks about the same. US oil, did it find support at the 200-week moving average? Possibly. Too early to say. Still bearish on the weekly chart, right? Still bearish overall, but could find support just like it did here. Here we talked about it last week over on US oil. Rivian, bullish on the weekly chart, right? Higher high, higher low, breakout to the upside, buy signal in the weekly chart, and now it's starting to take off, right? We had this arrow here, whether it was going to come back down like this, or if that was it on the higher low, and it was, and it took off to the upside so far. You get a weekly close back above here, right? That's a milestone. And then you get another weekly close back above, say, $27, and that's another higher high, another milestone over on Rivian. 56 minutes in, looks like we're gonna have to flip the hat on backwards. YouTube, you're riding the long wave. I don't know. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy, Javier, but I committed to it. 2023, I made a decision. I'm going to commit to it. And I wanted to do the live streams for the bull run. I feel like it's going to help market snipers. We're going to be on here covering it every single day. Helps me too, right? Helps me too. And YouTube paid me $9, right? Well, they haven't paid it out, but I got monetized thanks to all of your guys' support. And I've made $9 this month. So we're blowing up over here. $9, so whatever. It's all good. Guys and gals, this is a very valuable education guidance we are receiving. Please let's smash the likes. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Thank you. Will BTC not push to a new local high? Possibly. We can take a look at it. Let's see. Bitcoin dominance. It's at 54%, right? Have this fourth longer term target still up here. I removed 2 of the 4 targets just for visual purposes, but you have this target had 4 targets, hit target 3, right? And then it's been consolidating sideways, and we'll see if it pushes all the way up to target 4, right? See if it pushes all the way to 60%. It's possible, right? And we've had it on there since the bottom at 40%, probably even before that. We had those longer term targets on there. Bitcoin dominance. So let's keep going. I got to put the hat on backwards, and we're going to chart the rest of it. Let's see. SoFi, SHIB, still bullish on the weekly chart. Aave, bullish on the weekly chart. Let's see. What else? UNG, still bearish. Oh, there's silver. Silver still bullish. Looks like it possibly found support on the 200-week moving average. What else? These are all the DOT versus BTC is bullish. SAND, BTC, SOL, near 20% difference, near versus BTC, right? So this was interesting. So I still have it on my watch list, right? Near versus BTC, right? Went bullish. AVAX, ultra bullish. Chainlink was bullish and breaking down. SOL, ultra bullish. SAND doesn't even have a buy signal yet on SAND weekly chart versus BTC. DOT had a buy signal consolidating. So Could see some bigger moves in the near future. Doge still bearish. Cardano still bullish, right? Had that reversal candle back down here, called it out. What else? There's a couple other there's a couple other stocks we want to take a look at, and then we'll jump over, right? So we'll jump over. Teladoc kind of flat today, still has a pending buy signal. Unity Software still bullish on the weekly chart, right? Broke out of this downward trend line, had a reverse candle. We were all over it. Did a video on it over here. The AI stocks, and then opportunity alert. AI stock is breaking out. Pretty sure that was the Unity Software follow up. It was lagging time wise. Unity Software, PayPal up 1%. We put this in the free newsletter on Sunday. Dialed it out after the buy signal at $61 based off the weekly chart. More of a long-term buy and hold. There's a gap at $72. There's a 200-week moving average at 146.26. Here we go, going faster. We're going to have to flip the hat on backwards. We are at 1 hour into it. Rock and roll. Here we go. Alejandro, what do you have bullish aversions in daily of BTC? Yeah, there is like hidden divergence and stuff like that, but longer term bearish divergence as well. So we'll keep an eye on it. They can get, if you flip back and forth a lot, you can get very confused, right? So, but overall, you have to look at the weekly chart, and the weekly chart is still ultra bullish. And this would be another higher weekly candle close back above 43,800. So that's a milestone in the weekly chart. This is a milestone in the daily chart. So start getting closes back above, right? Then it seems like 48,600 becomes louder and louder over there. Now, let's do it. We're 1 hour in. We said we would start a new tradition. We're going to go hat on backwards, and we're going to cover what you guys wanted to see over on your requests. So here we go. Let's try to get through it quickly. Alibaba. Aldo, not sure if you're still here. Misspelling my name on purpose. I had it on the watch list, but I was cleaning it up like I said. Baba, there it is. Okay, Baba. Can we look at Baba? Yep. So let's see. Long-term bullish divergence, right? Possible higher low on the weekly chart. Too early to say on the weekly chart. Hasn't retested the 200-week moving average since July 2021, right? July 2021. And you got the 200 moving average all the way up here at 153, right? Could be a possible higher low, but it's still bearish on the weekly chart. It's guessing on the weekly chart as of right now. It's not even back into the trailing dots yet. It's not even back above it yet, right? Too early to say. If you look here, let's see. You've got a little bit of bullish divergence. It was oversold. It's regained the trending dots. Is that it? Is that the low? Too early to say. It's higher risk, right? So if you start seeing a higher probability reversal with the weekly chart, could take some time to play out. It wouldn't be a buy for me now, right? So that's my own personal opinion, not financial advice, of course. All right, what else? Let's see. What else did you want me to chart? Inch. Okay. Joaquin, Inch. Let's take a look at it. I had it on here. I removed it, I believe. Let's see. Up another 12% today. Insane move. What an insane move. Still ultra bullish on the daily chart, right? Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So that's it. There's not much else to report. The buy signal was back here on the weekly chart, $2.54. Now you have price at $40 on Inch. What an incredible move that was. That's insane, right? That is insane. What a move that is. 1,500, even the top of the wick, 1,600%. Crazy, crazy moves. No signs of reversal yet, right? Maybe in the next weekly candle, maybe the weekly candle after that. Who knows? There's no signs of reversal on the weekly chart. If you're already in it to win it, you're probably holding it, right? Wow, what a move. Let's see. Naka, Emilio, you got it. Naka, let's keep the chart clean, keep the watch list clean. So Naka, let's see. Naka, let's see. I don't know if there's a Binance one. So we'll do the MEXC, right? Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Again, also had a very similar buy signal back here at 10 cents, went all the way to $2.20. That is another massive move, right? So after the weekly chart, pumped up about, very similar, about 1,500%, right? And then after the weekly chart, kind of look at it where it's still ultra bullish, but it's consolidating and letting the trending dots kind of catch up. So you just have to decide, like, if you had gotten in at a buy signal here, and then you've got like this candle here where this kind of like many would consider this like a reversal here, right? Because you had not this candle close, but this candle closed lower than here. So a lot of people would take profits there based off on the weekly chart. And if you looked on the daily chart, let's see, you had bearish divergence popping out, right? Bearish divergence, and then you had lower highs being put in, and then a little bit of a correction. So, but here you are again. The weekly chart is still ultra bullish. And so now you have another pending buy signal. So, you have to just decide if you're going to be based off the weekly chart and you wait for like a higher probability reversal and you just ride it from the buy signal to possibly the next sell signal on the weekly chart. Yeah, you'd probably give up a lot of gains, but maybe it's a lot better than saying jumping in and out, right? So just something you have to decide. That was a correction from $2.25 back down. Is a 30% correction. We expect that in crypto. I expect 20%, 30%, 40%, even higher corrections, even in a full bull, right? So currently a pending buy signal on the daily chart. Was that it for the correction? Is it going to make a move higher? It's possible. The weekly chart is ultra bullish. Keep that in mind. It looks like it was just consolidating sideways, letting the trending dots catch up. Hope that helps. Rock and roll. We're at hour 7 minutes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. Inge covered it. BTC. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's look back at the daily chart. I don't think I missed any. I think it was good there. Bitcoin, $44,000 Bitcoin, right? $44,000 Bitcoin. So again, this is the daily. This yellow line is a milestone of a daily close back above. We already had a downward trend line that already closed back above, right? That's what I pay attention to more. But this is just another milestone. And if you look back on the 4-hour chart, right? So 4-hour chart, it's all documented, and I posted even on Twitter X app. We had it mapped out. This is the way we had it mapped out originally, right? We had it mapped out that after I did that video, price came back down in real time while I was recording, came down like that. And then we talked about a move like this back here. We drew it out that, hey, watch out for this retracement. Price could come back down like this, put in a higher low, and then come out. And that's what I drew out. And then there's a second option where it come out like this, come up like this, and then come back down like that. And I was pointing out it never hit the fourth target. Looks like it possibly found support back here, target 3, came back, hit it again, but closed higher, right? Higher closes on the 4-hour chart, and then just broke out back above the trend line here, had a buy signal, came back down, retraced, and then took off to the upside, right? So we are all over it. We covered it step by step in the Discord. We covered it step by step, even on the Twitter X app. We were calling it out, talked about it on the live stream, and there we are. So that's what it is bullish on the lower time frames, is bullish on the daily chart, and it is still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. That is Bitcoin. Rock and roll. HUT is only up 6.6% today. Come on. Hive, 21%. Oh my God. Oh my God. I want to check my P&L so bad right now. I'm not going to. I'll wait till I get off. Woo! I want to check the options. The options are exciting. Of course, I got stock too, but I have options play on it. 21%, CLSK 9%, Marathon Digital 7%. What a great time it is to be a market sniper. Thanks again for all of your support. I appreciate you for smashing the like button, smashing. Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll cover it on the next one. So, with that said, 1 hour, 10 minutes, we had to flip the hat on backwards, and we did it. We rocked it, and rock and roll. Thanks for all of your support. Smash the like, smash the subscribe button, and we will see you tomorrow on the next one. Thanks, everyone, and I appreciate you. Have a good day.